Welcome to another episode of Acceptable Accuracy Podcast. It's been a little bit since we've had a lot of podcasts out. Summer, it gets busy. Tyler had to go and get married. People do vacations and stuff. And man, I am not saying I'm apologizing, but it sounds like I am. So I'm just going to go with it. But hey, we've got a great episode for you tonight. Before we kick that off, I do want to introduce our panelists. And so start off, I am your host, Philip. I'm joined by my co-host today, Kyle.
Hey, everybody.
Tyler, yeah. Sorry, I should let you say hi. Tyler, where's Tyler right now, Kyle? We always make a place for him to be.
What you did, Narnia and Timbuktu was the last trip when he was on vacation.
Yep.
Middle Earth.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Keeping it with the nerdy themes that he's traveling to fantasy lands.
Which, if you know Tyler, is actually hilarious because he's only seen the first Lord of the Rings movie.
As a pastor, I feel like that's sacrilege.
I know. Like, where does he get all of his quotes from when he preaches? No, he doesn't preach often because he's an operations pastor. But still.
He's a business preacher.
Yep.
All right.
So, joining us as well, too, we've got two returning guests that have both been on the podcast before. Casey, do you want to say hello real quick?
Hello. And
Paul.
Hello.
With that, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Kyle, who's going to introduce our subject for this evening. Because Tyler's not here, we're going to just get right into it instead of talking about something that Tyler likes to go on about.
Yeah. We're going to keep things pretty tight this trip here. Sorry. So our topic tonight, a little divergent from our normal conversations. We're going to get nerdy this podcast. We're going to talk about our favorite media firearms. So movies, video games, TV shows, anime, whatever. We're going to talk about 3 different categories: stuff that's realistic, things from actual guns that are used in films that you can go buy in a store or off Gunbroker. Plausible, stuff that's pretty realistic with the right technology, you can make it work. Or total fantasy, stuff that doesn't matter if if Tony Stark existed, he could maybe make this. So we're going to do our normal format, round robin, and start with our realistic picks. So Casey, kick us off with your realistic pick.
Ooh, first pick. I'm going to go with the Flieger Katsumata Series D from Blade Runner. That is the pistol that Deckard uses to retire all of the skin jobs in that movie.
That was one of my backups.
Really? Okay. I thought that was going to be a close one. So technically it's 2 different guns. When they did it in production, they took a Charter Arms Bulldog pistol frame, and then they put a Steyr 222 model SL breech on it. And so that's what they actually used in the movie for the prop itself. But it feels realistic. It's super cool. I love the dystopian sci-fi aesthetics to it. It gets a little bit heady with the what is a human, who's human, is Deckard. Wait, Kyle, do you think Deckard's a human?
Deckard's not human.
Okay,
no.
Strong agree.
Yeah, I would agree. He's not human. I think that's
Deckard's
the twist that they don't tell you about.
Yeah.
And then in the books, he uses a laser tube, which is not nearly as fun.
Yeah. Are you familiar with, I think it's Booligan Sports on Instagram?
No, but I'm intrigued.
I think if I remember right, he made one. A live firing from the the Charter Arms gun and everything like that. He does a lot of fantasy and sci-fi 3D print shells and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure he made the Blade Runner pistol.
They were doing the whole Star Wars thing where they'll take a couple firearms and mash them up and then make it look like it's sci-fi, right?
Yeah.
Which I always appreciate because it grounds it, right? Then you're you see the silhouette, it probably registers in the back of your head somewhere, like the broom handle from, I think it's Han Solo that has, right? And you're like, man, I've seen that before. Yeah. So it's not completely out there where it's something where it looks like it's flimsy and not an actual functional firearm, right? It actually has weight to it.
Yeah, I think presence. if I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure the blasters that the stormtrooper used are literally just Sterling submachine guns with no magazine in them, and the stock's folded.
I think you're right. And then like maybe like the heat sink is, because the heat sinks on those are pretty crazy anyway.
Yeah, I think they put some kind of shroud around the heat shield.
Huh.
And that really. Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Han Solo's pistol. Never mind.
Yeah. All right, good pick, Casey. That was good.
Thank you.
All right, Paul, your realistic pick.
I weirdly enough had to dig a little bit for this one because I was like, do I watch anything that has real like plausible or not plausible but realistic like type guns? But I was like, oh yeah, I do. I really enjoyed RoboCop in my young teen years, even though I'm not that old. So the Auto 9, which was I guess it was the Breda 93R, was the base for it.
That is a good one.
It's like, I mean, a little dark at the beginning of the movie, probably maybe not completely appropriate for a young teen, but but it's like easy watching. It's like it's just a big action movie, right? Good cop gets killed by corruption, but brought back by corruption, and then like fixes it all, and it's like this super cool android like thing with this giant, well, I guess it's not giant, but I would say it's a fairly giant looking pistol that has like this crazy 3-round burst. The fandom page says that it is modified to have caseless 9mm ammo, so that's why, even though it's a fairly flush, well, like it looks like it's an extended mag, but it's not like a big stick that we would think of, like even for USB, say like a 30 rounder. It's much closer to like a 140. Apparently it holds 50 rounds, which, it does solve the problem of like movie magic, never having to reload.
Yeah.
I was like, but yeah, it's a really cool thing. I don't know how I feel about the remake, as I oftentimes do with any new thing. But I think even the remake version of the pistol wasn't it the same or very, very similar? They built it off of.
I mean that is like an iconic movie gun. So I think they use it as. I never saw the remake, but
probably for the better. It's an interesting thing.
Dead or Alive, You're Coming With Me.
Yes.
I didn't even know they made a remake.
For the better. I think it's for the better. There's a lot of
the remakes. Actor they use. We talk about sci-fi stuff. He's in Altered Carbon, the first series of Altered Carbon that was really good.
Oh, he was the main guy?
Yeah, second season. Second season.
I think he's also in Suicide Squad now, too.
Oh yeah, he plays with Rick Flag.
Yeah. So now that I finally just kind of going down the memory banks, trying to figure out anything I've watched that was, I think, realistic, but also
interesting. That's the most realistic you've shot, because I would say the Auto 9 is kind of almost bordering onto the plausible.
Yeah, just because they say it's like, well, it holds 50 rounds, and it's because it's caseless ammo or whatever, and it's like, I think that's where they. But I mean, you guys have put together, inspired Auto 9s, right? They get their 9.2s out, and then they.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Same that Booligan Shooting Sports guy has made an Auto 9 out of a Beretta 92.
Yeah, I did have a back. If you guys were like really in contention about that, I did have a backup. Ironically enough, another 92. but since there is no argument, my winner for realistic was the Auto 9.
I do like that they use the concept of like the caseless ammo, because that was probably around the same time where the U.S. government was looking seriously into caseless like rifle options.
Oh yeah, the G11 and the what was Steyr? I can't remember which Steyr's.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Implement on that is, but Yeah.
But like somebody did their research on that, right? Like even the fact that they came up with the concept of caseless, like it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Sure. All right, Phil. Realistic choice.
Mine is actually a actual firearm, grounded in reality, and this one is one that you can get, not is full auto. It's the MP5 from the Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like the original Modern Warfare. And yes, it's like a quote unquote, I'm using bunny ears that you can't see, but it's like a boring choice. However, like before I was into firearms, I like whenever I play Call of Duty and I did like a lot of LAN parties and stuff, that was my like go-to firearm. I loved that thing. And it's for me, it's about a memory, right? So similar to you, Paul, where you were talking about like RoboCop and having that memory and that feeling, it's having the MP5. And then that was like the first game where you could, or one of the early games you could like actually modify the firearm. And I didn't know, because I wasn't into firearms at the time, I didn't know that you could like put a suppressor on the front end, put a red dot on top of the thing, right? Like put extended magazines in it. Like I didn't know that existed until I started playing Call of Duty. And I think Call of Duty honestly is probably a gateway like drug for a lot of people into actual firearms. Oh, yeah. If I had unlimited money, I would own every single firearm that was in Modern Warfare, like the original one. I would like put a collection together for that.
That would be a serious collection.
That's a very expensive collection.
That is such a good pick because that game is the sole reason why I like the Chris Vector.
Heck yeah, man!
And it was in the lineup when I was making my own list. But then I heard, but no, the MP5 is so legendary, like in its own right, like even just beyond pop culture, right?
Well, I mean, in pop culture, it is the submachine gun.
Yeah,
it'd be friggin' Die Hard.
Yeah, usually you see it in the hands of the good guys too, right? Like it's like you look at like the AUG was branded for a while as like the bad guy's weapon because of Die Hard, same thing.
Yeah,
right. The AK, right? But you see an MP5, and there's a good chance that it's either being used by like some special forces, especially for European special forces, or it's by like used by the ultra rich like evil bad guy, right? Because it's like the bougie HK.
But the good guy's gonna pick one of them up.
Oh yeah, 100%, and then use it. Yeah,
it's a great effectiveness
with a single point sling on it. Absolute perfection.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
never reloading, no stock, from the hip,
hitting everything.
Of course,
no misses.
Yep. All right, so that was my pick. Kyle, what is your pick for realistic choice?
So mine is also another boring one, but we're in the realistic category, so this is what you could go buy on the shelf or easily make. Set the stage. 16-year-old Kyle seeing Transformers in the theater. Now, we all know what that Transformers movie was famous for, what scene that was famous for. But my favorite scene of that movie is when Tyrese Gibson and his Special Forces crew are fighting the first Decepticon in the desert, and they just have the absolute military industrial complex porno shoot of A-10s and AWACS and pumping, Hans Zimmer music playing. And Tyrese Gibson is calling in an airstrike while shooting his M4, M203, all desert camo painted up. And that's just like full on American. So that's my pick. I could, if I went out and bought an M203, I could build one, but $4,000 plus a tax stamp plus $1,000 per grenade plus tax stamp per grenade.
Yeah, you gotta get the
smaller, in the lottery. There, I won't tell anybody, but there'll be signs.
There'll be signs. Smaller flare launcher that's close-ish.
Yeah. I mean, Knights made a 37 it's identical to the 203, just the smaller diameter tube.
Yeah.
It's still $4,000. And they don't make the 9-inch; they only make it in the 12-inch, so it doesn't fit.
Oh.
But I'm sure you could have it turned down.
You have to explain to me one of these days about the carry handle aesthetic I had to pull it out because I was like, do I remember this M4? But I do now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah. Left cheek.
Yeah.
Left cheek. You got 9 back pockets.
I would love to know what the numbers were like after the movie, recruitment numbers were like after that movie came out.
Oh, they could have set up a recruitment table outside the theater and they would have gotten me. They got me freaking 5 years later, but
that it's funny because I almost my alternate, actually had 2 alternate choices for this. One was the 357 Magnum from Half-Life, but the other one was the Commando from Black Ops, like with the carry handle. So like I understand, like it's like a thing, right?
Yeah. So because now that I've finally gotten a chance to look at that amazing M4 that you're talking about from Transformers, what is the, and maybe I'm too young, but what is the aesthetic behind like these carry handles?
It's vibes. It's 100% vibes.
Just straight vibes.
So I think the industry has a lot to blame on administrative results for the carry handle phrase, because he made the Blood Diamond carbine look so cool, and the Leonardo DiCaprio's character from that movie be so cool that the gun by extension is those vibes. And I think in the other just actual practicality of it, like the A2 sight is actually a really good iron sight, and those rifles in general are super light and handy, which is what the M4 was originally designed to be. Like people running around with 12-pound M4s with cans and dots and magnifiers or LPVOs and stuff on them is kind of moving away from the original design of the rifle. And when people get in touch with that, like, quote unquote, the roots, it really is more like, I guess, like a visceral shooting experience if you want to get really hotty-totty about it.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I mean, they look cool.
I say that, but I'm absolutely in love with the Beretta 92, or the look of Beretta 92s. And I mean, if I didn't choose the Auto 9 from RoboCop, it was going to be the 92 from Resident Evil.
The Taurus, PT 92.
Yeah, that I can go out right now because I already have the color scheme for my current Beretta 92. I can go out and just buy the stars grips, the wood grips, and slap them on and have kind of like a fan put together cosplay Beretta 92 from Resident Evil.
I think I had an airsoft gun as a kid of that.
Yeah, they look sweet.
All right, Casey, let's start in with you on the Plausible. I'd be interested to hear what your Plausible one is with when you started out with the Blade Runner handgun.
So I'm going to tell you my original pick, and I'm going to tell you why I changed it at the last second.
Okay.
My original pick was going to be the Lawgiver from Judge Dredd.
Oh, that's
not realistic at all. Also, you just took my fantasy one. Thank you.
So that was my fantasy one too, and this is why I have a backup fantasy pick.
Kind of realistic. It's a pistol with different ammo in it, and it's got the DNA based grip.
Voice activated ammo though.
Built off the Glock 17 with the magazine still in it, but plus it has the front magazine built into it too.
Well, are you talking Judge Dredd, Sylvester Stallone, or are you talking Dredd?
Dredd.
Oh, Stallone.
Oh no, the newer one.
Oh, I was thinking Stallone.
Carl Urban,
thank you.
I mean,
all I wanted to say
it is a really good. I mean, remakes. Hating on remakes aside, I genuinely thought that the Dredd movie was really, really well done.
That's what got me into it. But I am going to change my answer, and I just spoiled everybody's, and I'm going to apologize.
It's okay. I got a backup.
Who invited this guy?
Yeah. Nobody will pick my backup.
On LMT's website at the M203s that they make, and they're reasonably priced. But the button to get more info on them says, "Would you like to know more?" And so I have to have to change it to the Merita Mark II Advanced Systems rifle.
Again, this is why we have backups.
Which one are you talking about?
I gotta look this up now.
Starship Troopers. Kyle, I think we're the same kind of nerd. I hate to break it to you.
We are. We are two alike, you and I.
We're learning so much here. But
Starship Troopers. Oh, are you talking about that assault? Their assault rifle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Now, are you carbine or full battle rifle with the 30 with the Ithaca 37 underneath?
I almost kind of like the sniper rifle with the insane scope on it.
the auto magnifying.
Yeah. I have tortured my girlfriend with that movie. It is, for those that are unaware, the only good bug is a dead bug. That's all you need to know.
Heck yeah.
It's actually the same director as RoboCop, I believe.
Yes, Paul Verhoeven.
Oh, no kidding.
And he read the first third of the book. That it's an awesome book. Everyone should read it. It's interesting. Robert Heinlein. But he read the first third, said, I don't want to finish this book. I'm just going to make up some stuff. And he decided to make that movie based on that.
Yeah.
It's
great fan fiction.
The fun, what was it? The fun fact about the Colonel from that movie, the quote, was it, come on you apes.
Come on you apes.
Yeah, that was based off of a real war hero that said that. I can't remember the name now.
It wasn't Chesty Puller, I don't think.
No, was it Artie Murphy?
No.
No,
it was a Marine.
I couldn't remember. I can't remember. I've been on a fat electrician kick recently.
I think it was Dan Daly.
Dan Daly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he was the one that fought in the Boxer Rebellion, right?
I think so, but that was Battle of Bellew. Bellewood. I'm probably mispronouncing that.
Bellow.
No. But to get us back on track, is this the same rifle that they attached the giant flashlight onto?
Yeah, to make the scope.
Yeah, is that what that is? Oh dear God! I mean, it looks so cool. I don't know why it looks so cool.
It looks so cool, and it goes through 8-foot bugs, so it's got to be good.
Yeah.
I think in that movie, I remember reading that they shot over 1 million rounds of blank ammunition.
Damn.
In that movie, between all the different scenes that they shot,
because they never have to reload it.
Yeah, well, it's a mini 14. It's a bullpup mini 14 in a chassis, and they had like 50 blank firing versions of that.
Damn.
And there was an auction like 15 years ago. There was an auction that had like 10 of the rubber props and 1 blank firing gun, and it went for like $160,000.
Whoa.
That movie is iconic in the gun for gun guys.
I have never seen that movie. I've never seen
you're a bad nerd.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Like it's very.
Don't watch it with your kids and maybe not even your wife.
It is an easy watch though. Like it's
not a lot of brain power in that movie.
Yeah, it's perfect for an intellectual.
There's literally a line that says they sucked his brains out. Literally, like not metaphorically or anything. He's literally saying they sucked his brain out.
All right, Kyle, are you team Dizzy or team Carmen?
Oh, Dizzy through and through.
Yeah, that's the only correct answer.
Carmen is a horrible person. She started the war. Who started the war?
I thought that was a conspiracy theory.
No.
I just want you guys to know that the depth of nerdiness that's going on here right now, like, man, I thought working in IT that I was going to be the nerd here, but
oh no,
yeah,
you have no idea the depths of my nerddom. I keep it closeted very well.
You do very good job. Now the whole world knows.
Now the whole world knows.
I can't.
The 1,000+ people that will listen to this.
I don't get to talk. I don't get to go full nerd with you guys. My random my nerd lore is like all in classical music.
I feel like that's more like, yes, it's very nerdy. My wife is a music nerd too, so I understand, and she's classically trained as well. But like, I don't know. That's like, it's almost like cool stuff now. If you know about that stuff.
Well, it's like, what is it? Like classical music is like nerd mixed with a good healthy dose of elitism.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. That's the word I was looking for.
So it seems very pompous. Yeah. Pompous. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
All
a
right,
good time.
Paul.
Okay, so my plausible pick. Funny enough, the lawgiver was my backup for plausible, but I immediately went to probably one of my favorite what do you call it, like IPs, Warhammer 40K.
Oh gosh, we're really nerdy now.
Dang. And yeah, shout out Henry Cavill, I guess.
Henry Cavill, please sponsor this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. And then with the bolter, it is maybe if you guys don't know, so we're it always, every time that anybody talks about Warhammer 40K, the opening line is the grim dark universe, because it is very grim and is very dark. Everybody is the bad guy. Even the quote unquote good guys, the humans, are also very much the bad guys. But it's like this really great blend of sci-fi mixed with medieval heraldry. Like, if you could imagine, basically, if we took all of like the ideas of what we know of like medieval knights and stuff like that, but we then cranked it up to 11 with technology, like their knights are essentially walking, maybe slightly mutated, human beings that are tanks and giant suits of armor, and their weapon of choice is a bolter, which shoot. And it's plausible because basically they're launching out of their main rifle choice is what was it? Explosive kinetic rounds, colloquially referred to as bolts. And I say plausible because allegedly someone has made a shouldered automatic grenade launcher last year.
Yeah, FN and Barrett submitted them for. They're basically bolters. They're 30 millimeter grenade rifles.
Yeah. So they in universe, they bolts are more labeled as, I think, miniaturized missiles, and are very much labeled as anti-personnel, which I understand that is something with the Geneva Conventions and where we exist. But I think it's iconic. I think it's, especially with the kind of small resurgence of Warhammer in the current pop culture, or maybe last year's pop culture. I play the game. It's a great time. It feels amazing to walk around as a giant tank holding something that just blows up anything and everything, from orcs to bugs to heretics.
Those games are really fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's super cool, and it's kind of crazy to think that it may kind of technically exist.
And I'm like looking at photos of this thing because I have heard of Warhammer. I've never played Warhammer before.
Okay, so let me clarify here. The IT guy is the least nerdy in this group.
Dude.
The Lego guy.
I know.
Is the least nerdy guy in this group.
I had this whole, like, in my mind going into this podcast, I had a whole like ranking of like nerdiness stuff. Like Kyle and I, we've talked a little bit, here and there about some stuff. So I knew there was a little bit going on. Paul is into music, so I was like, okay, that's fine. Casey, like, I've talked to Casey about like a lot of the things that he liked. I was expecting, I'm like, okay, look, nerdiness level, he's, an engineer. I'm like, that's going to happen. But I did not expect this level. Like, I'm in shock. But I would also like to say that this bolter, this is a great choice, Paul. Because and I'm looking at it, it has a sighting system, right? Yep. It has a removable magazine. It has an ejection port. Like, it could realistically be something, right? And then like there's like a heavy bolter version I'm looking at that's like belt fed, and it looks completely plausible. They got these backpacks that they wear with like that feed the ammo down like this chain thing into the bottom where they would normally have a magazine. I'm like, this is a pretty good choice.
Yeah, and then they have
look cool.
And it shoots around the size of a Red Bull can.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And they have a pistol version. They have 2 different pistol versions. They have a shotgun version. I believe they have a sniper version. Oh, stalker. I think it's a stalker bolter. Is that what it's called? Something like stalker bolter. It's a great time, and it does the job. It fulfills the nerdy, awesome, super cool role that is the Space Marines.
Iconic. Yeah. Iconic choice.
I will say I am not on the playing side of the Warhammer 40K like nerdism. I'm definitely more on the lore side, but I have not quite delved deep enough to like, if we sat down next to somebody that like really really loved Warhammer 40K, I would look very dumb.
You think USPSA costs a lot of money?
Yeah, I've heard stories. I mean, my stint in Magic the Gathering I've heard rumblings about Warhammer 40K, but
yeah.
See, I'm wondering here too, like, I didn't do any of the Warhammer stuff, but if I'm correct, there's like, aren't there like 2 Warhammer universes? There's like the space and then like the medieval.
Yeah. The original Warhammer is like fantasy, Lord of the Rings kind of esque, elves, orcs, dwarves, things like that, knights.
Yeah.
And then 40K is like space.
Yeah.
I'm on like the flip side, probably the more like mainstream Warcraft and Starcraft, right? Like those are things I grew up with.
So that's where StarCraft is a failed Warhammer 40K game.
Oh.
It was originally designed to be a Warhammer 40K RTS game, and early in development, the talks with Games Workshop, the company that owns Warhammer 40K, fell out, and they still own the IP. So they just changed a bunch of stuff so it didn't fall foul of the trademark and copyright laws, and made StarCraft.
Joke's on them, because, well, I don't know, StarCraft's not probably as popular anymore. Warhammer is probably more popular, but Warcraft is still very, very popular.
Yeah.
I mean, StarCraft is like the national pastime of South Korea.
I know.
That's fallen out. It's now League of Legends. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's League of Legends now. Yeah.
Toxic.
I mean, don't get me started on that, but we want to start going down different rabbit holes. We can, but
all right. Cutting this off in the bud.
Yep.
Phil, your plausible firearm choice.
All right. So I feel like this one is a bit of a, and I'm not gonna say cop out, but it's one that probably was on everyone's list that they removed because they figured everyone else was gonna pick it. But I picked the M6D Magnum sidearm from Halo. So this is known as like the Halo pistol.
We were talking about that earlier.
Oh,
yeah, and it was funny because we were talking about it at the match today, and I was like, that was my pick, and I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want like somebody else to not pick it, and then I would just go to my secondary or whatever.
Yeah.
But my thought on this one as being plausible is because it is magazine fed, right? And it's a pistol. The thing that makes it not realistic currently is because it has like from my understanding, there's like a neural link into like Master Chief's heads up visor that allows him to like zoom in, right? Which that whole concept is weird, right?
Well, pistol, isn't it like 50 caliber?
Yeah, it's some, I don't know what the
Halopedia says 12.7 by 40 millimeters.
Yeah, which is Russian 50 cal.
Yeah, that's a big boy. And that magazine is big. Like if you look at it, it like hangs off. Like it like goes like past the grip on it.
It's basically 50 Beowulf I think is what that measurement is. I don't know. Casey, you're the engineer.
Wrong type of engineer.
But I mean, to be fair, in the game they do showcase normal Marines shooting this thing.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know if they have neural links either, but like there's no other sighting system.
Can't use that feature.
Yeah, there's there's like a camera on the front of it though. So like, how are they aiming this thing? I don't know.
Well, did you see that? Is it stuffing things? made a shell for the Keltec P-17 that makes it look like the Halo pistol.
That's cool.
Oh, that's dope.
Now it's only a 22, but I mean, do you really want a 3D printed shell on something that's 50 caliber?
You know, if you look at there's like a slide on it, looks like, and then there's like a brake kind of thing in the front of it, like a cutout that I'm sure just to look cool, but it looks like a brake, almost like a side venting brake. But it's so like, again, this just goes back to like playing video games growing up. So that's my nerd flag, right? Like I played a ton of games growing up, and Halo was one of those things that was really, I think, probably for everyone on this like podcast tonight. It was just like, it was such a point in our lives of like, I remember when I first played Halo kind of thing, right? Like you don't say that about a lot of things. And I remember having this pistol and being able to like, pick people off at distance when you're zoomed in on that thing, right?
Across
it was just so funny. Yeah, it was so funny because it was
Blood
like
Gulch, shooting the guy out of the warthogs.
And it's supposed to be like, I think it kind of flipped the script a lot, which is why people like it, because in a game, you're always trying to get past your first pistol, past your first rifle into the more advanced things. But the pistol was completely usable and was like great at like breaking shields and then taking people down at distance. So, and just if you got good at it, man, you didn't really need anything else. Rocket launchers are great, but man, I pop somebody enough with that thing and nope, they'll be down. And then, yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it from that. It's just, it really, like I said, flipping the script on the way things are supposed to be, having a pistol with a zoom in it, which was just kind of a weird concept because like back then nobody was putting dots on pistols. Right. And this isn't a dot, it's like a camera or whatever, but like, it was just kind of unique for its time period. However, like I could see something, maybe not necessarily a neural link down the future, but like some kind of like optical link into like some kind of heads up display where your firearm is linked, to that, and you use a sighting system off of that, right? Like,
the future warrior system from the 90s.
Yeah, it's coming back. It's coming back.
It literally is coming back.
Yeah. Anyway, that was my pick.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm kind of surprised we didn't hear about any Halo from the get-go.
Me too. I think maybe people were trying to go for a deeper cut. So
yeah, because
I'm bringing the nerd levels to like
more mainstream.
Mainstream. Yeah.
Yeah, because we've already seen what the shotgun looks like in from Halo with the top loading. What do you call it? The top loading.
Yeah, because somebody made that.
Forgotten Weapons.
Well, he showcased it. I can't remember who made it.
Oh.
But yeah, they literally took an 870 and redesigned the receiver, and now it's almost exactly like the Halo 1 shotgun.
Yeah, what was it?
They like flipped the receiver upside down or something.
Yeah, and like reworked the trigger mechanism and the hammer and stuff, so it all works. Like not like just putting it in a shell. Like actually did a crap ton of engineering to make that work.
What was the reason behind we never really saw it in real application? Was it just we evolved past it? Right? Was the explanation? We just
shotguns.
Yes, but and also specifically a top loading shotgun.
Oh, just ease of manufacturing.
Yeah, I mean,
same reason why we're using a 70-year-old firearm design.
I mean,
as our main battle rifle in the military, just because it works really well and it's easy to build.
This is valid.
All right, Kyle, what is your plausible choice?
Well, I thought I was cutting pretty deep with the Starship Troopers Marita rifle, but apparently not deep enough. So, my backups, I was kind of split. The junk cannon from Fallout 4, just because it was super fun to brain people with a brick out of basically a giant air gun. Plausible, maybe, but maybe not. So more realistically would be the smart gun from Aliens, which is basically an MG3 with an optical sighting system and a stabilizing arm. Which guys are basically doing that with the FRT M4s with like Lima 6 uppers now. But that's an iconic gun guy movie. I think that's a little more realistic than the what's the main gun there? Casey, help me out. I know you know.
Pulse rifle?
Yeah, the M4 pulse rifle, which is a Thompson that shoots caseless ammunition and has an underslung pump-action grenade launcher. Little bit too fantasy for, I think, for the Plausible, but the Smart Gun is basically just an M3 308,
What
an MG42 and 308.
What made it smart necessarily?
That's something up for debate because it's not really a smart. It's not really smart. They just call it the Smart Gun.
Oh, okay.
But it's still like basically a single source crew serve weapon. General purpose machine gun crewed by one person.
Oh, okay.
And it's got a cool targeting system.
Interesting.
Well, I thought it had the headset, and that's what made it smart, was that it was kind of slave to that optic. Or your eyes.
There's actually a Reddit thread on why it's called the Smart Gun.
Of course there's a Reddit thread. There's a Reddit
There's a Reddit thread for everything.
The Smart Gun is self-targeting, so the Marine doesn't need to aim.
Ah, okay. So they're just
Technical
pointing and
manual
pulling the
says,
trigger.
yeah, it can target multiple targets at once.
Oh.
That's the top comment. Of course, it's Reddit, so like half of the things you read on there are true.
Valid.
And it's it looks cool.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of a basic one. Like I said, I had to come up with that one.
No, it's not basic. I mean, like, for me, like, I think I've watched Aliens maybe one time. So, You're yeah. Well, yeah.
Game over, man.
I chose RoboCop. I felt like that was like, I'm a little bit cultured,
I give you props for that, Paul. Like I said, that was a good choice for for someone that's a youth.
Yeah. No, I think my first Halo game. I will say, I think my first Halo game was Halo 2, though. So.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't
know.
Well, no, I mean, I've played it, but I'm saying, like, childhood memory is, I think Halo 2 was the first thing.
The SMG from Halo would be a good one too, for Plausible.
It looks so good, and when they brought it back in ODST, it looked even better.
Yeah, I've seen guys with kits that, for the 320 Flux braces, they make kits for those that make them look pretty close.
There was a guy at Moons Out that had a full ODST setup.
Oh.
I think he had a MA39. And it looked really good too, and I think he actually had like a counter on it and everything.
Oh.
Yeah, he had a Keltec RD. Was it RFB? Is the 5.56?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked really good I have a photo of it somewhere.
I'm a big fan of, like, we're all LARPing realistically when we're out there, right?
Well,
like
everything's LARP until it's not.
Right. but I love it when people go like the extra mile a little bit. And some people are gonna like look down and be like, dude, that's goofy and weird. But no, I mean, we're all LARPing. Like, just take it to the next level and do something that, like, you got passion and you put some time into. I'll never down somebody's hobby.
All right, Casey, let's get into the wild and crazy, just absolute fantasy land of firearms.
I had a really hard time picking this one because there's so many different directions to go with it.
Oh yeah, I figured this would be the hardest one with the most options.
Yes, so I'm actually going to go with a gun from Borderlands 3. And there are so many fun, crazy guns. They had no limits to their creativity. They have guns that scream when you shoot them. They have guns that make fun of the bad guys when you shoot them. Like if you get a headshot or something, the gun chirps them. But I actually picked the Iridian Fabricator, and it's a legendary weapon in that game. And the whole point of it is that it uses your special currency and it fires more guns. And so it is a gun manufacturing gun. And I think that brings the most variety to it. And the entire ecosystem of guns is just so fun in those games.
Did you say that it's a gun that fires guns?
Yes, that is its thing.
I forgot about that.
I've never played this game.
Yeah,
it sounds awesome.
I think we've gone off the deep end because I'm aware of Borderlands, but cell shading has always made me kind of nauseous, so I never play games that are cell shaded.
That's a shame because it's a really good game.
They're fun. They're just so silly and self-aware.
I love the Google autofill Borderlands gun that shoots guns.
Top choice.
There it is.
On
Iridium Fabricator. Yeah. That sounds very Borderlands, though.
Isn't the whole series like one big joke, right? Like it's not meant to be taken seriously.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah.
The bad guys in number 3 are streamers. The bad guy in number 2 is maybe my favorite video game bad guy of all time, Handsome Jack. He just is the most ridiculous, over-the-top character ever, with a pony made of diamonds called Butt Stallion. Like,
yeah, I remember
the humor is just fantastic.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yeah. I think actually, yeah, Borderlands 2 was my first Borderlands game.
It's the best in the series. That's where everyone should start.
And I mean, people have talked about some of the new ones not really hitting the mark. They also made a movie, right? I don't why.
Don't watch that.
I don't want to.
No delay. Don't watch that.
It's like when they made the Assassin's Creed movie. Like, why?
There's an
No,
Assassin's Creed movie? What?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
bad.
fine.
No, it's not. It's nothing. I haven't watched it. I just know it's not good.
Hot take. The only good Assassin's Creed is Black Flag.
I will not argue with that, but I think 3 is also really good.
Ass.
What? No, you're crazy, dude. You're crazy.
I have not played any of them, so I have zero opinion.
You get to live out your wildest 1776 dreams.
That do
number
not
3.
exist. Yeah.
That's okay. That's why it's a video game.
All right, Paul. What's your fantasy choice here?
Okay, so this one is a bit of a stretch, and I do apologize in advance. So my fantasy pick is from an anime. It is from The Irregular at Magic High School. It is the Trident Silverhorn, wielded by the main character of the series, Shiba Tatsuya. And the reason why it's a stretch is because the series mixes magic with with a very futuristic setting. So the magic kind of looks more like major sci-fi, like tech. I would just say like tech. But so it's a set of dual pistols, and they only look good in the anime. But basically, what they in their device is called CADs, casting assistant device, not the CADs that we're thinking of. But the main character can basically program his pistols to use the 2 different forms of magic that he's only capable of using, which is decomposition and regrowth. Decomposition, I mean, they're both fairly straightforward, but like decomposition, so he sets one pistol decomposition, and all that does is it can, on the atomic level, basically delete any matter that he points his pistol at. And then the other one is regrowth, which can basically regrow any living thing to its original state from within the past 24 hours. So, like in the series, there's a big I think it was in Tokyo. I think the setting's in Tokyo. Like, there's a big invasion happening in Tokyo, and he just like goes out. Tanks are coming in and warships are coming in. He just kind of like flies in, points one of the silver horns at the tank or the warship, pulls the trigger, and then all of a sudden you kind of like see it pixelate a little bit, and then just goes poof, and everybody on board is basically dead because they're erased. The warship is erased. It's almost like without a trace. And it doesn't have to be like everything. Like there are scenes where he can just basically make an AK fall apart, and so it disappears. Or even on the other side, like if any of his friends are hurt or like mortally wounded, he just heals them magically.
Heals them with bullets.
Yeah.
Imagine accidentally using the wrong pistol.
Yeah, but
Sorry about your leg, bro.
So I mean to heal you, but that deleted it. It's gone now.
yeah.
So I've looked this up, and it's basically a 1911 drawn by somebody who's seen a 1911 in like a grainy, blurry photograph.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but again, it looks really cool in the anime. But like, people have like made like rubber, molds for their cosplays and stuff, and it never looks good.
It's a Cyberpunk 2011.
Yeah.
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 With
And
no
then,
sights.
With
and
no
then-
well, I mean, do you need sights? They're magic.
yes, yeah, he does not need sights, and
That's the one thing I'm worried about is the fact that it doesn't have sights.
Yeah.
but it's
literally
magic, so it doesn't
deleted
matter.
Battleship.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the
Sights, not
the
real.
side caveat, I guess, like the bonus features is, it is because it does appear in the show. Homie can kind of 100% spawn the sun without dropping an actual like bomb. Like at the end of that, actually, that end of that kind of arc, there's like the enemy commander is trying to get away in a submarine, and he's already like basically, however, he's super close to international waters. Like he's scot-free, and he's just like the main character is sitting in like this control room looking at a camp, basically footage from probably from a satellite, and he just kind of I don't think it's with the pistols though, but same concept. He kind of just points his weapon at the screen, and then just all of a sudden you see a bright light kind of erupt, and then everything goes like black and white static. So I thought it was cool. Obviously 100% fantasy, completely beyond the realms of reality, but I think it would be super cool.
How would you practice with this gun?
Well, it can remake anything it destroys, right?
So it's not like it. It kind of depends on like how much is destroyed. So like if you erase somebody, I don't think you can kind of just go poof, they're back. But like say if somebody loses their leg, you can bring it back. You can bring the leg back without any kind of issues or recovery.
So yeah, put some holes in targets and just bring it back.
True, you could do that. I like I said, I just thought it was super interesting. It's yeah,
It is a definitely unique take on the use of a firearm, because most of the firearms that we're talking about today shoot like at least a semi-traditional type of projectile that's like grounded in semi-reality.
Yeah.
Whereas like this is completely different.
Yeah, and this is why I kind of was a little nervous with this pick, just because I think in the entire series this is the only CAD that is shaped as only one of two, sorry, that is shaped like a firearm. I think everything else is like very different. There's what is it? There's like basically like wrist bracelets. There's
Wands, because they're doing magic. Like
there are wands, yes, but I don't think they use them in the same way as I don't think they use them in the same context or the same way that you're thinking. There's like
you mean they don't do them to do? You don't use them to do dishes?
yeah, no. There's like a necklace. There's a whole like rabbit hole of like weaponized integrated CAD. So the CAD itself is the weapon, and not necessarily like.
Are you saying CAD or cat?
CAD, CAD.
Okay, I feel like that was an important distinction.
Yeah, like
They're all furries.
Typically,
Mr. Muffins here is about to use his late eye magic to destroy your battleship.
Yeah. No, but that's why I was kind of like, it's a little interesting because it's they're not classified as a firearm, or it's not classified as a firearm, but it's a vehicle to do basically do things that a firearm would be used in this context. There are guns in the universe though, but it's kind of like this is the thing.
I feel like that's pretty inadequate when people can, summon the sun from their 1911.
It's not. Yeah, it's not everybody. That's kind of like the thing. They're magicians. That's what they call them in the show. Like magicians are not like everybody. They are of few. They are of technically the minority when it compares to the average person. So most regular soldiers, you do see like they're wearing body armor. They have traditional rifles. I think they look like Galils in the show, if I remember correctly. But haven't watched it in a while just because they haven't updated the show in a while. But yeah, like, so it's this whole unique thing. I wouldn't. So that's why I kind of like there's a nice asterisk next to this one. I felt like.
Yeah, that's fantasy.
Yeah. It looks really good in the show, though. You have to admit it.
All right, Phil. What's your off the wall craziness here?
All right, so apparently I was a little more grounded in my original choice, which I actually kind of moved off as one pretty quickly, but I had it. It was the Lawgiver from Dread, right? Like we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, same.
And I was like, I had 2 video games in a movie, but then I went back to my third choice is actually a video game choice. Initially, so I went back to my like high school days of like playing Quake and Quake 2. And originally I was gonna pick the nail gun, but I was like, no, that's actually a plausible because like their nail guns exist, right? Like, but my choice for complete fantasy is the railgun from Quake 2. And
I knew you were gonna have a Quake gun. I knew it.
Yeah, dude, it's just like again, iconic memories of like my youth time, like growing up, right, and playing. As much Quake as I played, I probably played way more Quake 2 because it was really designed from the ground up to be like that like player versus player, like deathmatch type game style, right? And the railgun was just one of those weapons that required you to have like really good precision to use it, and it paid off because if somebody was not armored, you could take them down in one shot, right? And I remember like it left, like you would shoot it and you could see like the leftover path like on the screen of the like rail being shot, and then it had like a little spiral around it that lingered for a little bit in the air. And dude, it did because like the rocket launcher, everyone always loved the rocket launcher, the grenade launcher, but man, you hit somebody with a railgun and it was almost embarrassing that you got killed by the railgun because it was such a hard shot, especially at distance. But I was looking into it and it just makes sense because it's been a while since I played Quake 2. But when you would like, click the mouse, quote unquote, pull the trigger on the railgun, it was instantaneous. So wherever you were like your mouse cursor was, or the dot or whatever on the screen, wherever the crosshair was, it would go off and it was like immediate. So you didn't have to like wait for like a delay like you would like with a sniper rifle or something like that. And I guess they're talking about doing railguns on warships and stuff, so maybe someday this is plausible, but there's no way you're gonna get that much power in like a hand cannon type thing. Plus it just looks freaking cool because it looks like this Scott, like Quake had a kind of similar to Warhammer, had like this feeling of like the old like like medieval. It's got like the metal and stuff is like rusted and heavy, and you just look at the thing and it's got like this red like grid on the top. It just kind of looks like something very archaic, right? So that's my choice. I don't know if you guys ever played Quake with the railgun or not.
Well, this was
Quake, but Unreal Tournament.
Yeah,
there's some wild stuff in Unreal Tournament that's similar to that.
Was Unreal Tournament the predecessor to Quake?
Different company,
but that same like timeline when like
okay,
team deathmatch and capture the flag games were starting to like really take off.
Yeah.
you could sideload Quake onto the school computers and play like the demo version on
Oh
LAN.
yeah.
And so our entire computer class would just shoot through their work as quick as they could, and then we would just play Quake the entire time.
Back when you didn't have to cheat your way through your homework.
Everybody's using AI now.
Don't remind me.
Yeah.
Just like depression.
So is that just like cheat hacks? Is that the equivalent?
Maybe. Yeah.
All right. That was my choice. Kyle, finish us out with your completely fantasy, unrealistic firearm.
So I thought about going back to movies, but I realized I've done pretty much movies for everything. So my first thought was, do you guys remember the movie Eraser? The Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Eraser?
Kinda.
Where he plays a witness protection guy. The EM1 railgun from that, which was basically like a shoulder-fired railgun that could see through walls, and just absolutely insanity. But something probably a little more iconic, more that will hit more, is the gravity gun from Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was on my list. I almost picked that one.
Especially in the end when it gets supercharged by the Spire, and
Yep.
you can just control anything with it instead of just inanimate objects. I feel like that would be also just incredibly useful.
Well, like and if you think about it, like you could use it to like move stuff around, right? Like it's practical. You don't have to use it to like destroy and kill things. Like, hey, I'm over here at the warehouse and I'm moving this big box from point A to point B. Look at me.
I put all forklift operators out of business.
Would you have to get gravity gun certified still?
Probably. I mean, I think OSHA would want to have a conversation about it.
Yeah, because if
you've got a gravity gun.
Well, yeah, but if you
well, if they don't approve it, then I have a gravity gun.
Yeah, but it was like, isn't the if you get an object stuck on something and it suddenly gets unstuck, it's probably flying towards you at like Mach 10.
Yeah, but it'll stop like a few feet in front of you.
Maybe
the physics in that game. That was like the first game that really had like physics right, but it was still they weren't quite right. Like it was really close, but it was not quite right in a fun way, right?
Yeah, hilarity could ensue for sure.
In the amount of like fuel barrels that they had around too for your use with the gravity gun was like,
who's just leaving oil everywhere?
I know.
For me to pick up and throw at enemies.
Yeah, like the Covenant. What are they doing with these fuel barrels, guys? Like, what's going on here?
Combine. Covenant's Halo.
Combine. Right. I'm sorry. Yes, you're
bad
right.
nerd.
Combine. Someone. I'm like feeling like inadequate in my nerdness level. I have on my sorry, this is a little small tangent on this. I have on my list of things to build out of Lego, like something Half-Life related. I don't know why I have not yet. Making this life size is actually, I think, now on my radar. I think I'm gonna look at this because
full
you can
size
make it
gravity
glow.
gun.
Yeah, out of Lego, it's totally gonna happen. I don't think there any gravity gun. Well, let me see if anybody's done it.
I mean, it's definitely been 3D printed already, and definitely been made out of prop rubber or whatever you call it.
Oh, looks like somebody may have already. Shoot.
The only one I'm finding is like teensy tiny, like it'll fit the Lego guy's hand.
Yeah, I found somebody that made one. It's not very good.
Yeah, but also you don't have it. So if you make it, it is you have it now.
Yeah.
So even if it was a copy, I don't think there's an issue here.
Yeah,
you do it better.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't know.
Then I'd have to then I have to do the crowbar too, though.
Luckily, I think that would probably be easier, right?
I feel like that's something that's incredible. Like I could build the crowbar.
Yeah, but could you make it look good? That's the thing.
That's true. Probably not.
If
I'm gonna just take one of my crowbars and paint it red.
I think I see the Lego gravity gun on
the life size one. Yeah.
No, I don't know if it's life size. It just kind of look rebrickable.com. Is it life size? I think you could make it look a lot better.
Yeah. What's really interesting is Lego has not done Half-Life, but they have done Portal. So actually, they had a game out, Lego Dimensions, I think it was, and they had Portal. So man, that would have been a great gun too, the Portal gun. Shoot, I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Because that's, again, it's like one of those things like you had picked Paul, where it was like it does not a traditional, doesn't shoot traditional projectiles or any kind of projectile other than like a portal.
Yeah.
I mean, Rick and Morty's portal gun would be another good one.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, that's a series I should probably start watching. That isn't through clips.
It's a good series. You just don't want to say in public that you're into it because the fandom is. I'm hopefully offending everybody on the internet right now. The fandom is a lot.
It's pretty toxic.
It's okay. I've played League of Legends. I think I'm aware.
All right, Kyle, I got a question for you regarding Half-Life. Do you think we're ever going to see a Half-Life 3?
No. Yeah. Valve is now Steam. And there's no incentive for them to make another game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, haven't you guys been waiting longer than Elder Scrolls 6?
Dude.
We've been waiting longer than Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah, and they left like episode 2 off on such a cliffhanger. And you're like, dude, you can't do this stuff.
Yeah, it's all like up in the air. Like it's prime for a Half-Life 3. It's never going to happen because the people that care aren't there anymore, and the people that are there are making way too much money managing Steam.
Yeah.
I know there was some hope with Alex. I think they would have been like crucified if they had made Half-Life 3 VR only, which is why they did Alex. And they were trying to sell VR units, and trying to get people into it. But like realistically, that's like really the only AAA VR game that's ever been made.
Yeah, and I never played that. Does that continue the story at all?
It's like between Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 is when it takes place.
Okay, so it's just more lore building.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't spoil anything on it, but it's pretty good. They did a really good job with it. They really used I can't do VR personally for like long periods of time because I get dizzy, but yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh, I realized that we missed out on another IP, Ghost in the Shell. That would have been a really good one to dig deep into.
A bunch of nerds.
Well, I mean, technically Ghost in the Shell is beyond my time, so I don't. It's not something
I also thought about the crucifix rifle from Trigun.
I don't know if I know that.
Nobody Trigun?
Trigun
is way before your time. Trigun came out in like 97 or something like that.
I did want to get, since we are on the top, I did want to get your guys' opinion on a actual, maybe I would not, I don't think I would say realistic, definitely more on the plausible side, the Helsing pistols. One of them is a 13 millimeter, like probably like Block 1911 again as well.
That is a super long nose 1911.
Yeah, they're both like just gigantic. There's the Jackal, and then there's the Casul, which is 4.54. I think is what the caliber is in. That just, maybe it's plausible, but like it just seems. I doubt it would be realistic, right? Because isn't 13 millimeter technically larger than 50 AE in dimension?
I have no idea.
50 AE is 0.5 is half an inch. 13 millimeter is
about half an inch.
So it's really close.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was like big
12.7,
vampire hunting rifles. Or pistols, sorry, not rifles.
So all this being said, Phil hit the nail on the head, saying that guns in media are absolutely a gateway into guns in real life.
Yeah.
Like, all of us grew up watching TV and movies that made us want to shoot guns and own guns and learn how to use them.
Which I feel like there's a bit of irony there, not getting political, but Hollywood, and then the games industry all based out of California, where a lot of that stuff is very limited, by putting that in their media, drove a lot of us to go in that direction. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, it's also kind of encouraging, though, that like some of the video game developers and stuff like that are actually wanting to have guns be more realistic, because they realize that like these things are cool and people want to experience them, and they want people to then go out and learn how to use these things and shoot guns in real life. So they want to make them as realistic as possible because it is cool and they are gun people.
Yeah.
I'm even like, I'm a big Escape from Tarkov player, and even though they're Russian and they're extremely limited in the amount of firearms and stuff they can have, like they use as realistic as possible, and it's probably one of the most realistic as far as like gun modification and gun handling video games in the mainstream.
I feel like there was a big pipeline between like Call of Duty to Airsoft to Real Steel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're like 13 to 14 playing Call of Duty, 14 to 16 playing Airsoft, 18 to 21 buying real guns.
Yep.
25 and up shooting USPSA.
Hey, I started USPSA at probably 21 or 22. So I tried to start as early as possible.
I didn't start until I was in my 30s.
Same.
Yep. I was 21 and 22. What was I doing? Oh yeah, that's right. Sleeping in the rain and shooting belt beds at random things in the woods.
Well, Kyle, I think this was a great episode choice, and again, like I said, kind of gateway into firearms, right? So, while definitely not specifically grounded firearms, we definitely have done video game firearms and stuff in the past. Tyler and I have, but it was mainly about like realistic ones. So I really like the going into what that next like generation of plausible firearms will look like, because I think you see a lot of, just in general in the world, you see a lot of futuristic stuff that ends up like being in movies and then 20-30 years later actually shows up in real life in some form or another.
Well, life imitates art.
Yeah, maybe you guys will get your law, or we'll all get our lawgiver someday.
Yeah, because probably we all want a lawgiver.
I just want to say, this is my lawgiver.
Yeah, Casey and I really want Marita battle rifles.
Yeah, see, I feel like that one is doable. Like you could retrofit something to.
Casey, buy a Mini 14 and make it happen.
Let's go.
That seems like a great use of time and money. I love this.
All right. With that, special thanks to our guests, Casey and Paul. Gentlemen, thanks for coming on here. And Kyle, always great to host with you as well.
Absolutely.
Tyler, enjoy your time in Middle Earth. And we'll get you back here in a couple weeks, buddy, and we'll get another podcast going. But hopefully we won't have such a large break between the last episode and this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, please feel free to send us an email, podcast@acceptableaccuracy.com. I have not checked the email in months. I should probably do that here. Follow us on Instagram. Tyler goes in spurts in putting up content. We got to get Kyle hooked up to that. I think that's the key there.
Yeah. I could be the social media manager. Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
That'll go great.
I'm okay with that. At least some stuff will get posted then.
Well, maybe.
All right. Again, with that, like I said, comment, click, subscribe, all those good things. Reach out to us, and we'll talk to you guys in the next podcast.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.